Hello there, travel lovers.
Hello.
Hi, so if you're new to our channel, welcome. It's really nice to have you here. So my name is Justina.
And I am Misha.
Yeah, and we're a couple who travels around the world and documents their journey here on YouTube.
If you clicked on this video because you want to know more about how to apply for your Canadian Working Holiday Visa, then make sure to stay tuned. Before we get into this video, we just want to tell you a little bit about ourselves and what we do.
So we actually quit our jobs back in the UK in 2016 and we decided to travel around Southeast Asia, and we did that for a good 5 months. But we knew that one day we will run out of money, and we decided to apply for a Canadian Working Holiday Visa while still in UK, as we thought that was the best idea to work, travel and still save money at the same time. So here we are now, 10 months into our working holiday visa, and we're still enjoying every single bit of it.
Okay, so we're making this video on the basis that you have already entered the candidate pool, which opened on November the 3rd. This is basically a number of people that can actually apply for the 2018 season. If you are a Brit, there's 5,000 spots there available, and you're now basically waiting to get the acceptance letter. As soon as you get that acceptance letter, you have 10 days to accept whether you actually want to continue with your application. If you do accept, then you've got 20 days to fill out all of the documentation and get all of the stuff that you need. When you do actually get your invitation to apply, and I know it feels like such a long time, luckily for us it was only a month that we had to wait, but when you do get to that point, you will have a series of different steps to go through, and we will talk about our experience and basically give you some advice. And this is in no particular order of how you apply, but let's start with number 1.
Okay, so step number 1 is police certificate. So as we were living in Britain and Misha is being English, it was very easy for her to apply for her police certificate. All you had to do is probably just fill in an application form.
So yeah, it was really easy for me. I just basically went on a website, which I'll put down below, and it was just an online form, and it wasn't really that hard. 10 days I received my certificate.
That came in post.
That came in the post. Yeah. It was an A4 piece of paper with my mugshot on it that said I had no criminal activity, and that was all I needed. It was very, very easy.
Yeah. Now, me being me, as I am Lithuanian, it wasn't that quite easy for me. But if, for example, you're from a different country and maybe you're living in UK, you able actually to go to your country's embassy in the country that you live in. So for example, me being Lithuanian, I traveled to London and I went to a Lithuanian embassy and I had to apply basically in person. So I did all the application form, and then probably after an hour or two they issued me with a police certificate. They handed that in and that's it. I was good to go. For me, basically, it just involved a little bit more hassle, as I had to travel from Peterborough to London, wait around, and yeah, finally get there, get the certificate.
Yeah. Certificate?
It's okay, no? It's okay.
You say certificate.
Okay.
There has to be bleepers on this, I think. If you're not English and you're not Lithuanian, then I have provided a link down below. Check on there, check for your country, and it will give you the guidance to what you need to do to get your police certificate. But from my understanding, every country, no matter where you're applying from, needs a police certificate, so make sure to not forget that.
Step number 2, medical exam.
Okay, so this was the point that really confused me when I was applying for both mine and Justina's visa. And it was a comment that said that if you want to come to Canada for more than 6 months, you may need a medical exam. But what I didn't read carefully was the and. And the and is if you want to come to Canada for 6 months and you've also traveled in specific countries for 6 months as well. Now, me and Justina hadn't been to some of the countries listed there, but if you want to check if you have been in a country which is on this list that requires an exam, you can check on the link below. Luckily for us, me and Justina were okay. We didn't need a medical exam. I just completely misread it, got myself in a panic, but we were absolutely fine. We didn't go to these countries that were on the list, so we didn't need to worry about that step. Thank goodness.
Okay, so step number 3 is your CV. or in other words, your resume.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very straightforward step. You just have to have your CV stating your current status, where you're working, where you're living, your address, your phone number, and I guess your previous experience and qualifications. So
yeah,
that should be very easy for you guys.
And for me, mine was a lemon factory, a bikini warehouse, Matalan, John Lewis, and some random job where I was editing graduation photos. What was yours?
Oh, mine was probably experience at the hotel working as a receptionist, then team leader at KFC, and yeah, call center worker.
So this one's really easy. If you're coming to Canada, you're probably gonna have a passport to travel, so just make sure that your passport is valid for the duration of your work permit, otherwise they will refuse you. And also to note that you need enough pages in your passport. And before I was about to leave, I realized I didn't have many pages left in my passport, so I actually applied for a new one. Even though I had like 5 years left, I just wanted to make sure that I was safe and that I was good to enter Canada. So that's just something to note. If you are a traveler and you traveled a lot, just check your pages that are left in your passport.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so step number 5 is your digital photos. So we would advise you to go and get them done professionally, or just in a booth, like in any supermarket, as you will probably need quite a few of them. You will probably need 1 or 2 for your police certificate, and then you will need some for your actual application for your Canadian working holiday visa. And even maybe when you enter the Canada or anywhere around, you may even need those again. So it's always useful just to get a few digital photos printed, so you have a backup just in case.
Yeah.
Okay, so step number 6 is your family information.
This form was the easiest form in the entire process. Basically, it needs to outline your parents, your sisters, your brothers, your partner, everything. And that one was really, really easy. You just print out the form, you fill it out, and then you basically scan it as a digital copy, and then you upload it. It's pretty easy. So actually, when we were looking at filling out this form, there was an option to outline whether we were together, like a common law partner, which kind of was more leaning towards doing a joint application. But we decided not to do that, so we actually applied as individuals. So for us to be here today together is like a miracle, because for Lithuanians, there was only 150 spots last year for Lithuanians to come to Canada. For Brits, it was 2,500. So we actually did 2 individual applications, and we've both come here together.
Okay, so step number 7 is application fees. So once you gathered all your information and you're ready to submit it, you also have to pay around 150 Canadian dollars, or about 90 pounds, or about 101 euros in order to submit your application. Step number 8 is a waiting period.
So yeah, this part is really brutal, because you are literally waiting and waiting and waiting. But as we explained earlier, we only waited for 1 month, and yeah, it happened all very quickly. We weren't actually ready to leave when we got our acceptance letter. We wanted to kind of do Asia first, so that's why we decided to do our travel 5 months in Asia before entering Canada. But that was okay, because we actually had a year to enter Canada as soon as we got our acceptance letter. So that's the same for everyone else. If you're not ready to leave the day of getting that letter, it's absolutely fine. You just have 1 year to enter, and then once you enter, you are a Canadian working holiday person.
So you will actually receive your acceptance letter via your email, so make sure to keep on checking that, as it will ask you to go into the CIC website directly, where you have to log in, and you will find your acceptance letter. So as I mentioned earlier, this is not your actual work permit, as your work permit will be issued once you enter Canada at the border via police officer, whoever sits there and checks all your documents. We're actually gonna touch on this subject in our future videos because we think it's quite useful for you guys to know what to do next after you've been accepted, what money you need, do you need travel insurance, and basically what happens when you enter Canada. So yeah, make sure to keep an eye for those videos because we will definitely make those for you so everyone knows what they're doing. Yes, so if you want to see more of our videos, make sure to subscribe to us. You can even click the notification button so you never miss out on our new content. Share this video with your friends if they're also thinking of coming to Canada. Like this video and comment down below, see what kind of videos you want to see from us in the future, and we'll make sure to do that for you.
And for those who are not applying for a working holiday visa and who are our loyal subscribers, don't worry, we will resume our normal travel vlogs in the next video.
So thank you so much for watching this video and cheers to freedom! Woo!